Well, hello, Cindy here, Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, and we'll be right back. Well, hello, Cindy here, Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. So, a little about the podcast. It's all about making the most of the dash. And my guest here, Jackie, she just made the most of the dash just a few months ago in Paris. So, what is the dash? So, we have the day that we're born, the day that we pass away, that in between time. Tell yourself what you want to be doing to make the most of the dash. So here on Bucket List Coach Web Show, you're going to see aviation, you're going to see fun, people marking off their bucket list, and a lot of nonprofit work. So you're going to really enjoy what my guests have to offer. So Jackie, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's talk about our upcoming holiday. So we have two holidays, well, actually several different holidays, but the ones we're talking about today is summer solstice, which is Saturday, and also International Yoga Day. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. So International Yoga Day was actually started in India back in 2014, and it was just a way to recognize the importance of yoga for our physical and mental health. And fortunately, it's, all over. People are recognizing that yoga is more than just getting in a pretzel. I use it in so many areas of my life. But I wanted to chat or touch on, so International Yoga Day, the theme this year is Yoga for One Earth and One Health. And it's really about getting our bodies connected, getting our bodies fine-tuned. It makes our world, our earth, a better place. We're in a better place to, thank you for putting that up. We're in a better place to just honor the things around us. When you're really connected inward, you're connected outward. And then with the summer solstice being on the 21st as well, I was just kind of pulling up a little bit of information about that. And what I pulled up was, of course, June 21st, the summer solstice of the Northern Hemisphere. It was chosen as International Yoga Day due to its meaning of, and this is what I love, light, energy, and equilibrium, a day when day and night intersect, which symbolizes the goal of yoga, which is to bring harmony between mind, body, and spirit. So it's really like that.
So let's talk about older adults and yoga, because I'm going to be approaching, as you know, 60 here in the end of July.
Yes, this is 60. I just turned 60 in May, and I'm as strong as ever. And I attribute a lot of it to yoga. I teach on Saturdays and Sundays, formally, publicly. I teach in a park in Huntington Beach, Farquhar Park. And then, of course, Sundays at Shorebreak Hotel. And I have all ages in my classes. And what my belief is yoga, it's for everybody and every body. So everybody can join, everybody can join. If you have air in your lungs, you can practice yoga. I have a lot of people that are healing from surgeries, healing from various things that have gone on, and trauma in the body, back pain, sciatica, etc. And, there's a benefit from practicing yoga for all people.
So let's talk about meditation, because we talked about that last year as well.
Yeah.
But meditation is super crucial for your mental health.
People, I don't know if you meditate, Cindy. A lot of people say to me, I don't have time or I don't know how. And really, they think that yoga is just sitting there saying, and
Right.
No thoughts in your mind. And that's not yoga. Thank you for pulling that. Yes. So yoga, or rather meditation, if you can just sit for a few moments, and I'm going to do this right here, right now, to show you how easy it is. So first, I close my eyes. That's the first place I go. And then I soften my shoulders. I release my jaw. I soften my eyes and the temples. I notice where my feet are. I'm listening to the sounds around me. I hear wind chimes. I hear the wind. I hear sounds like cars, maybe somewhere in the distance. And I'm noticing the feel of the soft breeze on my skin. And I'm just taking that in.
Wow.
And that's meditation. That, 30 seconds I just spent, it doesn't have to be 20 minutes of non-movement. It can be. For some people, that is what meditation looks like. But really just taking time for a moment to just be without all the busyness of, I've got to go to work, I've got to go grocery shopping, I need to fill in the blanks, but just to be for a moment. That's all it takes. That's meditation. And the more that you do that, the healthier the mind is, the healthier the body is, the healthier our habits are, and if we're going to a place where we're going to be stuck in traffic, it just makes the ride different, softer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and your well-being is super important. Also, in my upcoming book, I talk about DMO's, daily method of operation. Mm-hmm. And when you get up in the morning, literally the first thing you say is just thank you for another day of life. Just waking up every single day is the most important part. Mm-hmm. And implementing different daily methods of operation are super crucial. So what are some of yours? So we have meditation.
Gratitude. I can tell you how I start my day. Every day it's this way. And so, I'm a therapist as well.
Yes.
And, so I'm working with people with depression, anxiety, and, other disorders. And specifically with my patients or clients that are dealing with depression, I'll share this, but really with everyone. So when I wake up in the morning, first thing I say and do is Alexa off, because that's my alarm. Absolutely. And then I lay there. Before I even get out of bed, I smile. And it's the silliest thing. Mm-hmm. I'm just laying there smiling.
Yes.
Even if there's nothing in my mind that I'm smiling about, because I'm setting up my brain, I'm releasing certain hormones into my body that are going to set my day in a positive way. There's no such thing for me as getting off on the wrong side of the bed. And then when I get out, I stretch. So I feel that openness. And I probably am still smiling. Yep, I am. I'm picturing it. Mm-hmm. And so I haven't even said words other than turning my alarm off. And I'm already in a great state of mind and ready to take on the day. And from there on, it's the sense of gratitude and intention for being present. I start my day with I'll give you an example. When I'm brushing my teeth, I'm not just brushing my teeth. I'm actually slowing down. I'm being intentional. There's a health benefit. Now, I may not be thinking about the depth of every single health benefit of brushing my teeth, but I'm doing something that makes my body better.
Yes.
I really do embrace each thing that way, each thing that I do. And the more intentional you are, the more focused. Again, that better state of mind when I'm in dealing with a challenge. My dog has been sick on the floor, poor thing, and I step in it. I'm not freaking out. I'm just like, oh, okay, let me take care of this. And I'm in a good headspace. If I'm in traffic, I'm in a good headspace.
Yeah. Well, you and I are probably the only ones who think that. I think we talked about this last time. If someone takes my parking space, go ahead. And even if I see him, like say it happens at a grocery store, let's just say Trader Joe's, and I see him in Trader Joe's, I'll say, hey, how are you? It doesn't matter. Like a parking space does not matter. It should not matter. And
it doesn't. More steps for me. Yay.
Think about the more abundant things that are going to happen in your life, or that what has happened so far. So I call 5 people a day, at least 5 people a day. And I like to ask them, what is the best thing that happened to you today?
Yeah. So. And actually, that's funny that you say that, because when we met, before we've ever met in person, which was just recently, we've known each other for many years. Mm-hmm. And that was how it was started. My birthday was coming up and you called me. Like, who is this person? And you introduced yourself. Do you remember?
Oh, so we were complete strangers. We'd never even chatted. I just seen
Nope.
it was on the Facebook list. It was your
Yeah.
birthday, and I just called and saying happy
Yeah,
birthday.
you
Wow.
just called me and reached out and you sent me a card and you shared a little bit about you and, things that were going on in your life. We had a beautiful connection
Mhm.
and here we are all these years later because you practice what you preach, Cindy. You really do reach out to people and connect. Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. So you want to do a shout outs to anyone? Yeah, because we actually had a couple of our local friends that were at your 60th birthday party. Like, oh, what are you doing here? Oh, what are you doing? You know Jackie? Oh, yeah, you know Jackie.
Right.
So just kind of a full circle thing, all the abundance
That was
mindset.
fabulous. Yeah. So I knew, our dear friend Jason, who I love, for the day,
Oh,
a
with
wonderful
superstars. Yes.
DJ with the French
Yes.
music all day. But, just we have a lot of friends in common, you and I. And when you have as many friends as we do, that we both know, some people are in a great space, some people are not so good. People are dealing with health issues,
Mm-hmm.
marital issues, the whole thing. And I was sharing this with one of my clients the other day. We're all alone, but we're not alone. We all have each other. Sorry, there's a helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
But and that's something
Well,
that's
aviation is close to my heart. So when I hear a helicopter or a jet plane or even a small prop plane, like, oh, let me see what kind of plane it is.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
I
don't mind that. That's
Okay,
one of my
good,
biggest
good.
passions. Yes.
But it's sometimes we feel that lonely feeling, and then you reach out. I have people that come to my yoga class, or that will say, "Oh, I was going to come, but I wasn't feeling like real great."
Mm-hmm.
And I invite them. I've had people come to class and literally just lay on their mat and be in the space.
So who do you
So,
know that's very busy that's supposed to be going to your yoga classes over the last years?
Cindy, hello.
7, 8 years, however long we known each other.
Get your
Yeah.
booty to my classes. And my classes are gentle. And really, the nice thing is, it's for if you practice yoga all the time, daily or once a week, or you've never been on a mat, my classes are for you. I really encourage people to be themselves,
Yeah.
to honor their body. When you're practicing yoga, my thing is this: it is you with you, and
Mm-hmm.
it cannot be done wrong. Right. So it's not about trying to meet the posture that everybody's in or some of the people.
Their
It's if your
frequency.
body
Yeah.
says no, then don't do it. If you want to try something and see if you can stretch yourself, great. But it cannot be done wrong. And that's why a lot of people keep coming back to my class that are newer to yoga, because they know they're safe there.
So I'm wearing my favorite shirt, celebrate every day. So
Uh-huh.
I want you to tell me how you celebrate every day, and then I'm going to talk about some amazing holidays for the weekend.
Okay.
What does
Well,
celebrate every day mean to you?
yeah. So what it means to me is the way that I wake up. I smile. My life isn't perfect, like by any means, but that's no reason not to celebrate. I bring that energy to each of my clients and my patients in the mental health field, um, and let them know, again, they're not alone. We don't minimize the feelings. Um, you know, I'm excited. My dog's running around like
Is
crazy
that
right
is
now.
that a lab? Yeah, my lab is outside, but even when she's outside, you could still hear
Yeah,
her.
he
Yes.
has some lab in him. He's got a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of things. He's a rescue, but
Oh, that's
celebrating
amazing.
every day, I'm enjoying. He's so happy that I'm sitting outside right now. He's like, "Yay, she's out!" So I'm even happier being outside. Like,
Hmm.
it's the little things. Oh, I'll share with you. So I'm really big about when you're taking, for example, a walk. I'm really big on self care. But a lot of people, when they're taking a walk, they've got their headphones on and
Hmm.
they're listening to maybe a podcast. Maybe it's your podcast. But my question for them is, are you taking a walk while you're listening to the podcast, or are you listening to the podcast while you're taking a walk? Like, what are you really doing? And so I challenge them sometimes to get rid of the, electronics, and sure, at least put your phone in your pocket on
Well,
silent.
except for this one, well, you can't
Yeah.
see it. It's Starva. I don't know if you heard of the Starva app.
Mm-mm,
So
mm-mm.
you could actually track your walks and your runs. I started walking
Oh,
again,
mhm.
and yeah, so I did an amazing event with one of my really awesome friends, Jenny Cordes. I'll do a shout out to her. And she does this walk once a month, 3 miles. I thought, oh, 3 miles. Oh, Lord mercy. How am I going
That
to do
was the
3 miles?
Saturday walk. How was it?
It was amazing. Yeah. So I do my walk almost every day. I didn't do it yesterday because I had a very long day and it's still kind of hot today. But I try to do it at 7 in the morning or 7 or 7:30 at night. So she actually follows me on here and she could see the walks that I did. You know, where it's a mile or half a mile. Usually I do about 3/4 of a mile.
Okay.
Just
So
in my
this
little
is beyond just tracking your own walk. It's a shared app.
Yes. And you can just designate who wants to see it. You don't have to keep it public because it shows, where I'm walking. And so let's talk about the weekend. So if you know anyone in Arizona, the 21st is Arizona Day. It's also Daylight Appreciation Day. How about that? Skateboarding Day. Selfie Day is really cool. So anybody who is at your class on Saturday, maybe everyone can do a selfie to promote you. Smoothie Day, Summer's Giving Day. And the 22nd is a very bad day, Chocolate Eclair Day.
Oh, darn.
Kissing Day, International Being You Day, Onion Rings Day. So the onion rings and the chocolate eclair, I guess that would be your cheat day. And it's World Rainforest Day. So I have a gentleman who is coming on my podcast tomorrow for International Yoga Day. And maybe we could collab. He's out of Costa Rica.
Oh, nice.
And so, yeah, we're going to start doing some yoga retreats. And I want to get together with you and also my surf instructor, Rocky McKinnon, and start doing a surf yoga retreat. Maybe we could do it in Newport or in Huntington and start having that be an annual thing.
Right.
Just get more into wellness. And no matter if you're 30 years old or 70 years old, you really need to start thinking about your health. Because I have a loved one who's in the last few months of her life, my mother. And a lot of it was because of the processed foods, like, all the white foods that you're processing and the sugars and stuff like that. And you could have sugar. You just have to have the right kind of sugar, not the high fructose and the sodas and stuff like that.
Right. And that's part of my coaching. So I keep myself busy and, in our community, and it's my 5 pillars of holistic health and wellness. I say for women, but really it's for everybody. But it's our nutrition, our exercise, our mindfulness, sleep, and connection. All of those areas. And when you break down in each area, like we need sleep, we need quality sleep. Are we having sleep issues? What are the issues? But that's going to lend to that long lifespan. And here's the thing, I was a palliative social worker for a long time. And I saw a lot of patients that were old, but they were so unhealthy. We want a long lifespan, but we also want a long health span. And what we do today, and it is never too late to start, but what we do today impacts tomorrow and 5 years out. As a matter of fact, my license plate frame, my vanity plate, it says never too late. Okay?
Oh,
I mean it. So start yoga today. You can start yoga. I'm 60. I teach, I practice, I love it. You can start at 70. I want to be able to do all the things I'm doing now at 70 and then at 80. But really investing in your health now, the nutrition, drinking your gallon of water a day, which is what I do. All the things. And you can.
So I have 3 of these. These are 42 ounces.
Perfect.
So I have 3 of these a day. And it's trying to be better at that.
Good.
Our water, our body needs water. And we could go out of. So if you decided to starve yourself, but you just drank water, you would be okay.
For a bit.
If you do not have water in your body, that can be really crucial. And, my parent,
exactly.
She, at the end of last year, she was feeling a little ill. She didn't eat for 3 days. And I just said, well, make sure to give her protein, because the first thing she wanted was a cookie or a candy. Like, no, you need to have your protein and you got to have your water. Yeah.
Right. Got to have the water. It's important to hydrate. And
so we're about to close out. And anything that you would like to add? Any shout outs you like to do today?
No, just I mean, I can shout out my good friend Diana who's had her back surgery. She's healing, she's recovering, she's almost, it'll be a little bit more coming back to yoga. And really shout out to you, Cindy. I know what you're doing, looking to see if you're going to be a donor match, and
Thank you.
honor, praise, just what a beautiful soul you are.
Well, I'm doing it because many years ago in 2005, I was unable to have children. And I do a lot of orphanage work to the Baja area and Puerto Vallarta. And
Hmm.
eventually I want to start doing some Philippines and some different countries. So my
Hmm.
biggest thing is for children, to be able to help
Hmm.
the children to live a life with both parents. And
Yeah,
that is truly 100% my heart. So
yeah, agree. Well, it's wonderful. And, fingers are crossed, and I'm sending all the good energy that you are a match.
okay.
And I know, just knowing from their perspective that you're doing what you're doing is really blessing the family.
Oh, thank you. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Yeah. And what a great gift. Actually, on the 31st, we're having a fundraiser for Sean. Jenny and myself we share the same birthday week. And so on the 31st of July, we're going to Descanso restaurant, and it's a dine and donate, and 20% of every meal is going to go anytime during the day from 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We're going to go at 6 because some of us work during the day, but you can go
Hmm.
anytime. You just show the flyer, and then
Hmm.
20% will go back to Sean.
And I didn't hear that. Where is that?
Descanso restaurant, Costa Mesa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to put it on my calendar too.
Yeah, I'll send you that information.
So yeah.
So we are out. And one last thing you want to talk about, any kind of promotions, like to pair National Selfie Day with International Yoga Day? Are you running any kind of promos for Saturday?
So my classes are all donation based. So you
Mhm.
just show up. There's no obligation, expectation. On Saturday, our selfie day, it's at Farquhar Park, which is at the corner of Main Street and 11th. It's on
Mhm.
the side without the playground.
Okay.
Show up at 9:30. Just be there, enjoy, and come yoga with us, come selfie with us. And then Sunday at the Shorebreak Hotel, the day of solstice, um, yoga is from 9 until 10. You don't have to make a reservation. Just show up, bring your mat, bring your water. And if you stay at the Shorebreak, if you have a meal there at the Pacific Hideaway anytime during that day on Sunday, I have a coupon for you, and you get a nice little discount. So
And
um,
it's an ocean friendly restaurant with Surfrider as well.
there you go.
Surfrider
There you
Foundation.
go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
All
So
right. So we are out of here, and we hope to see you just on the other side at one of the beaches of the world. Ciao, ciao.
awesome.
Just hang tight for 1 minute.